Okay, so I'm adding new bot here and task bot and the folder name automation in your batch one adding data lab day 4. Okay, so we have one other command like other feature like a recording. Okay, so we have this button. Now I have shown you like a start recording, so we can use a shortcut like a control shift R, or else we can do that. Okay, so I'm using start recording. Okay, recorder, it's recording action, and we have this kind of option, universal and AI sense. So I will explain what is the universal and what is the AI sense. Okay, so first of all, we will use the universal and we'll click on the record. Okay, now I click here. I'm searching notepad. I use the enter button. Okay, now what I'm doing, okay, entering this kind of information. Okay, now I click finish button. Okay, now you can see this kind of actions are recorded here, like a notepad, enter, backspace, Swanand enter. Okay, but these are only for the notepad operations. Let me record once again, so you can understand. So I'm recording once again. Okay, just give me a moment. I have to pick up some. Okay, so here you can see that we click on the recorder now. Universal, nothing captured yet. Okay, what I will do, first of all, I will close this. Okay, now you can see left click on button close. Okay, this is recorded. Now, so you can see that this red, red border is here. Once we are clicking somewhere, it's highlighting like that. Now, what I'm doing, I'm putting anything. Okay. Then once again, I'm clicking on the close button. Okay. And so you can see that it created a multiple lines of coding. Okay. So this is the initial, and I use this to close the current notepad window. So what I will do, I will delete this. Okay. So this is one of the way to create some recording or create some coding based on the recorder function. But it's for the it's not the it's not something good option or standard option to record all those things. But let me show you how exactly it works. And whenever we are recording using this method, we need to modify this logic multiple times. Okay. Now it failed to. This may be due to the following reason: cannot find window or application title start that was open during recording. Okay. So the start search for the app setting documents in the start window. This is start window. So whenever we are capturing that, so we should wait to record all those points here. Like let me show you that when we are recording, so we need to make sure that whatever the point, whatever the events we are doing, like so nothing captured yet. It's saying that nothing captured yet. Okay. So this kind of event must be recorded here. Okay. Now you can see untitled window and other things. Okay. So those recordings should be happen. Now once again, then I clicked here and you can see. Okay. Then enter. And what I'm doing, clicking on the finish button. Okay. Now you can see previously I've added like first 5 records, and now I'm appending the new logic or new commands by using the recorder feature. Now I checked each and everything added properly. Okay. Now I will run and then we will check that how exactly it work. Okay. So whenever we are capturing any object, we should make sure that each and everything is covered properly. So with this universal recorder feature, the accuracy is less when we are capturing a desktop automation or any Windows standard automation. But when we are automating a web application, then accuracy will be more. Okay, but we mostly focus to use a different method, to use a what are the standard method to automate any kind of application. So I will explain that process in a detail where we need to capture each and every object. Okay. I think we use the desktop, this thing, 2 3 times. Start. Okay. Now you can see we click on the start in the start window. Sorry, we click on the search for setting and documents app. Then here you can see that we entered this value, shape notepad. Okay. So what we can do, we can edit this function. Okay. Edit this function like this. I can copy this command, Control C and Control V. Okay. And I can keep some of those commands. So you can see here what is the logic I have added for searching notepad. I use the N shift down, shift up, means to make this N capital. Okay. And instead of that, I will use this notepad command. Are you guys able to understand? Is there any problem? Vineet, Mohan.
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm able to, but I need to again.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm able to understand, but again, I was just log in some delay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I think
Okay. So
it
you
will
can
work.
see, yes. So you can see that we are using a standard recording method, which is not a most suitable option. But whenever you are automating any web application, it will help you to sometime what are the standard method we use to automate. So some of those commands are not properly working. So this recorder feature will help you to extract that proper information, because the click event, the delays, those are very helpful. Okay. So only I'm explaining this because we can record all those actions, but we need to modify to to work this properly. Okay. Right now you can
Yeah.
see with this recorder feature. Okay. Whatever the application we are using here, like you can see, um, I click on the taskbar. Okay. And it's a Windows application. Now you perform the left click. Now you can see what are the object properties available. Okay, technology type, control type, path, name. Okay, but when we
Yeah.
are automating any web application, then there will be different properties for that object. Okay, so it change application to application. It's a desktop, it's a Windows form or Windows application. Okay, so it's not much more supporting for this kind of application, inbuilt application. Okay, so we can use this kind of feature to automate that, else we have a different options. Okay, so just for an
Okay.
example, I'm opening this with this recorder feature. Okay, and now it's not performing as per our expectation. Okay, so what we can do, we use the recorder feature. Now I will go with the other option. So I want to open a notepad file. That's my requirement. I want to open notepad file, and I want to add few string, or I want to add some values from the variables. Okay, now just for an example, I will create a variable, string variable. Okay, assign here, and what I'm doing, okay, and I'm assigning my as a str name. Okay, now uh, str location. Okay, and I'm adding kind of this. These are my two variables I have added. Okay, so now I'm disabling this location. Okay, so whenever we don't want to use this logic, so what we can do, we can select all these number of line by using shift and down arrow. Okay, so now you can see the number of actions selected. So I'm using shift and down arrow to select one by one. So down arrow or up arrow we can use as per our need. Okay, now you can see we selected 8 line, and now we have this kind of option like a disable all action. So now this logic won't work in our requirement. Okay, now I have one feature known as the applications. Okay, application, I have open program file. Open program file. So in open program file, what we can do, we can open that application directly. Open that file application directly means, let me show you. Now I have this notepad. Okay, I will click here, and okay, so not only notepad. Okay, so I will show for this is a notepad is the internal part of Microsoft. Okay, so we do not have direct location of this notepad application. Okay, but if we are using Word or any other application, okay, so just for an Word I will explain you for the Word right now. So you can see that open file location. Okay, for the notepad we do not have direct location, but for the Word we have direct location. So this is a shortcut of Microsoft Word. Now open file location, now you can see this is the WinWord. This is the exact location of that path. We will use a copy as a path, and we will use this to open this. Okay, but right now we are using notepad, and we do not have direct path because it's the parts of Microsoft system. It's an inbuilt part. Okay, so if I'm using notepad.exe, okay, and what I will do, I will use a star like this. Okay, I will use a save, and let me see, is it going to work or not. Executable file. Okay, starting path. With the original one. Okay. Which part of Microsoft file? Okay, what we will do? We will search direct method to open this notepad. Exe file location on Windows 11. Okay, so now right now we are using Windows 11, so it's showing the different path. Okay, now you can see it's saying that it's part of Windows System 32 and it's a system part, so that's why it's in Windows System 32. So what I will do, I will check this feature in Automation Anywhere. Okay, it's saying that we have different path to so System 32 is Windows operating folder, or you can say the Windows system folder, where whenever you install any system program, so it automatically will be in a System 32. System 32 means whenever you use a command prompt. Okay, so command prompt, it's part of Microsoft itself. Okay, so let me show you command prompt and we use a run as administrator. Okay, so now you can see this is a Windows System 32. Okay, and I'm using notepad.exe. Okay, so now you can see it's directly opening here. I think I'm missing this. Not okay. So Windows System 32 is a location of the program file and starting path. Okay, so I can use this kind of method, or I can put directly notepad.exe to open the system folder. Showing. I think this picture is not working, the current version. So previously there was a method where we can directly put this kind of path and we can put the parameter. So that's why I'm trying this feature is still supported with the open program file, the current version. Okay. So I'm directly executing this open program file with the notepad function. So it's opening this file, and you can see this is the system32. Now what I'm doing, I'm opening system32 path. Okay, so I will open this folder. Now you can see we have this number of folder here, as well as multiple application which are the part of our Windows operating system. Whenever we install any operating system, by default it provide a multiple application like a notepad. Then we have command prompt. So all those application are part of this uh, Windows 32. So you can see this kind of application like a certification manager. So this kind of we use for the any if we are using any website or deploying any website. So with that IIS server, we need to provide us SSL certificate. So that kind of information, it's already part of Windows 32. Now you can see the CMD. So if you want to search command prompt or download the start the command prompt, you put the CMD and it will open directly. Okay. Now you can see this is the internal part of this Windows System 32. So all those application, the default application is saved in the System 32. Okay. Now if you want to open that very known application, I think I need to go with those. Now sometime I hope you use this part or for the partition thing. Okay, whenever you are performing any operation on the drive, so you use a disk part. So this kind of feature are already part of a Microsoft Windows operating system. So you can see that all feature are already installed on your system. So if you want to start this feature or execute this feature, so what you can do, you can directly put this location. Okay, so whatever operation I perform for the system 32, now I use the open program file. Okay, so what is my next step? I use the run command and I want to put those values, first name and location, into this notepad file. So I need to check after opening this notepad, the notepad window is open or not. Okay, now this execution is successfully. Okay, and it's opening the same application or same file which was already there. So right now with the current notepad version in 2011, it's saving those information on the temporary values. Okay, so whatever the information I saved in notepad, I need to close those windows and open with the new untitled notepad. Okay, so now this file is open and I need to use keystroke. So anyone heard about the keystroke feature? Vineet, Partha, Mohan. Partha Sathi, I want to hear your voice. Are you there? Vineet,
Yes, sir. We have used this histocomments.
Have you used keystroke? Okay. Are you aware
Yes,
about
yes.
that? What kind of operation we can perform with the keystroke? Okay. So simulate keystroke is one of the feature supported by Automation Anywhere, where we can select the window, like a browser, if we are using any browser. So the current window we have to target. It's not a browser application or browser window. It's a desktop window. So we can select application as well as, or we can use a variable. Variable means with the window name, I can save that into the variable and I can use that. Okay. Even you are aware about that, we can save window name into the variable. Okay. Like you can see, we have window type. Okay. And we can save that name. Okay. So what I will do, I will search here in action window. Now you can see activate assign. Now what I can do here. So window is one of the data type which we can use to save that window information. Okay. So why I'm covering this, because I can directly use this window feature while capturing, but to explain how exactly we can use this window variable or window data type. Okay. Now what I'm doing, now you can see it's displaying all those windows are currently open here, like currently active desktop. Now these are the start, search. Now you can see local application, WA desktop service, screen sharing, meeting control, day 4. So all those windows are open. We can see here. Okay. Now you can see this is untitled notepad. So and I will create a variable like window win notepad. Okay. And save this. Now I want to use this here with the window name, with the variable. So what I will do, insert and win notepad. Okay. And what I will do, I want to insert str name. Yes, insert. Now same again, I want to use keystroke. So I will use it 3 times. So I will copy paste here. And now you can see what I can do here. I can clear the same, previous string name, and I can use the insert keystroke. So insert keystroke means we have escape, F1, F2, whatever the shortcut key or operation we want to use, we can use here with this keyboard. Okay. Now you can see down arrow, up arrow. Okay. Whatever the operation we want to perform, we can use that here. Okay. Now you can see that I want to use the enter here. Now I have this feature num enter. Okay. And I'm using save button. Okay. Now it's saved. And here I will clear this value and I will use str location. Okay. I'm closing this window. I think we don't need this window now. So we can close, and I'm running. Okay. So here what I did, I tried to intervene in middle between of using a keystroke. Now you can see it's impacting on the keystroke. Okay. So you should make sure that whenever you are using keystroke, then do not try to use that your mouse or to mouse movement, to avoid do the any mouse movement, so it will impact on the current operation. Okay, so now once again I will run and let's see. But now you can see the current window is not visible on the screen directly. Okay, so it will be in the taskbar, but the window is not visible to you. Okay, it's open. And what happened here? Anyone? Guys, are you sleeping? Vineet, Partha, just tell me. Partha, you are not audible. Is there an issue at your end? I think you are talking, but still I'm not able to hear. Mohan, Vineet.
Yes, Vanan.
Yeah. So why this kind of challenge we are facing here? Sorry.
Actually, in Notepad, we are using that keystroke.
Mm-hmm.
For Notepad, I don't know. But for some other bots, my team bots I have seen, they are using keystrokes for applications in Excel also they are using.
Okay.
And I don't know this Notepad.
Okay. 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 Vineet.
Yes, ma'am.
So why we are facing this kind of challenge? Because we already maintain that variable values in the variable, but we are not able to use a proper. We are not able to enter proper values here. Have you tried similar kind of feature previously, or you are hearing this kind of feature first time?
Not from. I haven't used this feature.
Okay. Okay. I thought
Now,
you most of the guys from our team is aware about the basic feature of automation anywhere. So that's why I asked this question. So I will explain this reason. Okay.
okay.
We are using a keystroke. Okay. And in keystroke, we have different features, like we are entering with the value, but we need to enter some delay between keystroke. Okay. Delay between each keystroke in milliseconds. So what I will do, I will use here 40 milliseconds. Okay. Then after this enter, we need to put some delay. Okay. So what we can do, we use a delay command, and what we can do, we can put 1 second between commands. Okay. So I will copy this and I'll put here. Okay. After entering this location, I'll put delay command. So delay is important command whenever we are using a keystroke. So you need to make sure that you are using delay command between your commands. Like I use a 3 different keystroke command. Okay. And it's must or mandatory to use a delay to avoid this kind of challenges. Okay. There are two different things. One is a delay command means directly we are using here, and other thing is a internal delay. Okay. Delay between each keystroke means if I'm typing Swanan, okay, so after S there will be 40, after S there will be 40 millisecond delay, after W there will be 40 millisecond delay, after each keystroke there will be a this delay. Okay, so I can put a 20, 40 kind of thing. Okay, are you getting my point?
Okay.
So right now I'm using, yeah, please go ahead.
After for performing that keystroke function, we have to add delay. This is the best practice, right?
Yes, yes. So this delay command is important. After performing each keystroke, you must put a this kind of delay, hard coded delay, external delay. Okay, and this is the internal delay. If we are using a this kind of name or something, so make sure there will be proper delay. Okay, so we can use 20 to 50 millisecond. Okay, what I will do, 1 seconds. Okay, if we are using a standard string operation, standard string values means anything with this name. But if we have any other keystroke means for the if we want to open or save the file. Okay, so I use keystroke to insert the values, but I want to save this file. So I'm using keystroke to save this file, and what I will do, I will use Control S. Okay, so I have this option here to use control. Okay,
Okay.
so to use a Control S, you can see this kind of feature. Okay, so whenever we are using Control or Alt, or whenever we are getting these two kind of operation, control down and control up. Okay, in between we use a 100 millisecond delay. Okay, are you able to understand what is the control down and control up? Control down means it's a key event. Whenever we press the key, that's a down, and when we release the key, it's a up. Control down as control up, and we are using this letter or shortcut key to save the file. Are you getting my point?
Yes, got it.
So this S will be between two events. Between down and up, we are using S. And you should make sure that you are using a small letter. Okay, you should not use a capital S or capital A or capital D. So mandatory is you should use a small letters. Okay,
Okay.
with the shortcut key, avoid to use any capital letter. Okay. And put 100 millisecond delay between keystroke, or you can say it's the internal delay. Okay, so this is extra right now. I will execute this part later. So right now, take operation. So what I will do, first of all, whatever the issue we are facing, we will try to close this window, and we'll fix that with the delay. So I'm only focusing on the delay part. Okay. Okay. Now have you checked what kind of benefit we got previously? I think after after space, only it was displaying only 3 letters RAD, Swanand RAD, and P was missing. Okay, now you can see still we are not getting a proper name from with the current keystroke or with the current delay. So what we can do,
Can increase the.
we can increase the delay. So increase the delay or decrease the delay, it's important part of automation. Whenever you are facing this kind of challenges, even with the other recorder feature, we need to make sure your automation should work properly. Okay. Now I have added 50 millisecond delay, and same what I'm doing, I'm adding a 50. Even I can use 100, but with the standard, you know, standard string, method, we should go for the 30 to 50. If we are adding more delays, like a 500 or like 1 second, so it will take more time to complete your process or to execute your process. So we should make sure that whatever we require, like we need a 30 millisecond, 50 or 100 or 70. So you should to focus on that. If you are adding more than that, it will increase your processing time. Okay, understood?
Okay.
Now you can see with the 50 millisecond, it's working. Now I want to show you what will happen if I will use 2000 millisecond, and same I will use. Okay. Now you can see that it's taking it 2 seconds between each keystroke. Okay. As we put 2000 millisecond equal to 2 seconds. Okay. So it's taking 2 seconds after each keystroke, after each key enter. Okay. So this kind of operation we need to avoid to use a more delay, but it should not be less or it should not be more, because we are using automation to complete task within a timeline or before the timeline. हमें काम complete करना है जल्दी से. Okay, automation का benefit वही है, we can increase the speed or we can complete task within the time. Okay, but if we are adding more delay, more condition, it will take more time. So just for an example, any person need 60 minutes to complete his task, but with this help of automation, we are taking more than 60 minutes. If it's taking 90 minutes or 80 minutes, then automation is not more effective to to do that particular task using automation. Okay, it's not helping. So we need to make sure that whatever the manual efforts required, we need to use the automation, which will take less than 60 minutes. Okay, so these small thing, like these small delays, are important when you are using a multiple, you can say, you are performing operation. So operation, just for an example, if you want to process 1,000 line, okay, and if you are using 2 second delay, or you can say 5 second delay in your code, so 1,000 into 5, so automatically it will increment that value, or those delay will be more. So you need to make sure that you are using a correct delay. Okay, the output should be correct, and the processing time will be less. So that's why use of delay is very important. Is there any question, guys? I'm expecting some questions, Mohan. We need.
With this notepad thing, we did right. We You have shown this case. So where we will implement this thing? Any, if you are telling, then that will I will also use that same in upcoming bots if I develop.
Okay, keystroke can be used at any location. Okay, we can use on website, we can use on you know, any kind of application where we use a keyboard. Okay, now if you want to enter a you want to enter values into text box. Okay, so you can use there on web application, you can use whenever you want to use, you can use a keystroke. Okay, now just for an example, you do not have mouse to click on that, so what you can use, you can use a tab keystroke. Okay, so
Okay.
whatever the keyboard operation, you can do it manually, same you can do it using automation.
Okay.
Okay, but keystroke are not reliable option while automating any process. Okay, because you need to make sure that you are using a proper delay and your application responding correctly. Okay, so just for an example, uh, in our first we try to enter values from variable, but we removed this delay and the output was not correct.
Yes.
So that's why what we added delay. But in real time, so just like we are opening any web browser. Okay, so web browser work on the internet speed. Okay, and now any application taking 2 minutes to open, sometimes it's taking 2 minutes, sometimes it's taking a 30 seconds. So how you will understand this website is open, or that object, whatever the objects are there on that specific website, like a button or text box are there. Okay, so that's very hard to use any keystrokes where that environment objects are continuously changing. Okay, so in that situation, keystrokes are not most preferable, so we use most of the time keystrokes are the last option while automating any kind of application. Okay, we have other different feature which we can use to automate notepad or a word file or web application or desktop application. We have other different features, we will cover all those points in detail, but first of all I thought to show you that recorder feature, and that's why we started with the recorder feature, and that those features are not working properly. So that's why I thought to show you what other options which we can use to add values or insert variable values into the text file. Okay, so now you can see this was the system file and it was showing different thing. Now I will show you if we want to use a word file. Okay, now for the word file, what we can do, we can click here, open file location. Okay, so it will open the shortcut location. Now you can see with the icon there is the one arrow. Okay, and it's showing this is a shortcut of this file, but we can use this path of the shortcut file, or we can directly open the original location of this file, winword. Okay, now what I will do, copy as a path. Okay, and instead of this I will put this here, but we need to make sure that we are removing these double quotes. Okay, okay, so I'm opening word file. Okay, so previously I explained one feature, that's one data type, window assign. Okay, window variable. Okay, but this time I don't want to use a variable. Okay, so what I can do, once this application is open, I want to directly enter value on the application or window. Okay, so what I can do, I can directly refresh this. So if this window option is not visible, so you need to make sure that first of all you need to refresh the windows. Okay, refreshing means if any window is not here, it will automatically, after refreshing, you will get that window name here. Okay. Now you can see. Okay. We have this word. Okay. Window application. And now you can see application path is automatically identified from here. Okay. And we are entering the values. But now you can see whenever we open this window application, it's not directly opening the blank document. It's opening this window. Okay. Where we need to open this manually. Okay. So after that, we can put a enter keystroke to open this feature. Okay. So what I will do, okay, directly I will execute so you will understand easily. Now, these are the current operation. We have assigned name, location, and we are opening the winword.exe. But now you can see we are using Windows 6. Now, what is a Windows 6? So, if we are not creating any variable manually, so our system, it will create window variable automatically. Okay, now you can see in Windows 6, what we have this window value. Okay, so we have not created this value window 1, window 2, window 3. It automatically created by system to assign this variable here. Okay, it's system generated. If we are creating manually, we will use our standard naming convention. So you can see for the window 3. Okay, so I will open this and you can see search host, search window. So it's created by system automatically. So if we are not using this variable, we can delete here directly. Okay, but currently these are part of disable code. Okay, now you can see that it was searched. It's showing that window 3. Okay, now I'm deleting this logic here. So these are the disable code. No, sorry, I think I need to delete from here. Okay, so and what I can do, I will click here and I have one option, delete unused variable. Okay, so I will use that and you can see these are all unused variable and those variable will be deleted automatically. Okay, so you have option to delete unused variable. So whenever we are using a implementing a complicated bot and we define or we declare some variable initial of the bot, but we forgot to use those variable, so we can delete those unused variable by clicking these options, like click on three dots and delete unused variable. We have one more option to copy share variable to shared clipboards. So if we have 2 or 3 different bots and we need to copy the variable from this window to another window or first bot to second bot. So with this copy variable, we can copy all our variable from one bot to another bot. Understood, guys? Is there any question? Okay, now you can see we have added window 6 here and now I'm running the bot. Now I will close this because we are not using any notepad feature and we want to open Word file and perform the operation on Word file itself. So now see here, it's downloading the dependencies, and now okay, now you can see that what kind of operation performed here. So anyone can help me to understand what kind of issue we are facing here?
That word file, welcome to word, that the bot is clicked, but the expectation is we have to click that.
Correct. Our previous feature is only working on the notepad because it was opening notepad file blank, or you can say untitled notepad or blank notepad automatically. Okay. But whenever we are opening Word file, it's opening this window, but we need this blank document to enter the values. Okay. So what we need to do, or you can see that, we open this file and now we are trying to enter values from the variable. So what happened? It opened this file, correct, and it enter for the Swanand. So first of all, it enter S. So it jump on the single space. Okay. Now, as per my first name Swanand, so it's click here, highlighted single space. After S, it highlighted welcome. After W, like S, we just okay. So first of all, with the keystroke, we have added 2 second delay. So it tried to search with the S name. So it jump on the single space blank. Now it used W, then it jump on the welcome to word. Okay. Now it tried to click on the A, but there is no file or any information with the A. So that's why it stuck somewhere and it was continuously clicking the keystroke without performing any operation. Okay. So whenever that specific window is not available, or that window is not active, your keystroke will work continuously and it will not throw any error. Okay. So I will explain this kind of scenario in later, like in detail, how exactly keystroke work. Whenever we are automating any web application, that time I will explain keystroke detail, how whenever that window is not open, so it will automatically skip that. Like even right now we executed the bot, but there is no error. Okay. But it was working, that bot ran successfully without any error. Okay. So you should make sure that whenever you are using keystroke, your bot should work perfectly and end-to-end operation completed successfully, because sometimes keystroke skip those steps and it's not throwing any error. It's not saying that your bot failed to perform this operation or any error occurred. So that is why keystroke are risky while using in automation. Okay, because you are not able to identify why your bot failed. If that window was open or closed, what was the reason, or it stuck somewhere. Okay, so that's why keystroke perform their operation like your bot will enter those value, but it will enter on the different window or on the blank window, or it may be a desktop or any window which is open that time. Okay.
Okay. can we try to paste all those data in that blank document, blank word?
Yes,
Extra one
yes,
keystroke
yes.
we add.
How exactly we can fix this issue? Okay. Now, whenever I open the file, okay, so I will close this. Now, whenever I open the Word, okay, now my cursor is on the blank document, correct?
Yes.
It's on the blank document. So as soon as that my application is open, I can perform enter button. I can perform enter keystroke, correct?
Yes.
Whenever I open that, I can perform enter operation. Okay, so I can use the enter keystroke. Okay, else I need to check if I have any other shortcut to open the blank document. Okay, so maybe I think we do not have direct option, but let me show you. Okay, it's clicking like this. Okay, B. Okay, we can use a B, but right now we have direct option. So once this file is open, what I will do, I will copy the delay. I will use a 2-second delay. Okay, and once again, I will copy this line and paste here. And what I will do, I will use enter feature, this num enter. Okay, means it will open that. It will click on that blank window automatically. Okay, let's see. Now I want to show you that how exactly it works, and there will be some error which we need to highlight or we need to identify. So whenever you are running your bot or executing your bot, you need to understand error from the error messages. Okay, so I think I forgot to remove that 2 second internal delay. So we need to change into 50 millisecond delay. But let's see, it's working properly
Okay.
now. Now this is the important part. Okay, so now you can see your bot has run successfully. Okay, so it entered all values properly. So now you can see here, I use the WinPad, but still it worked properly because it was working on the same Windows. But whenever you are, you are using the different window or you are performing operation on the different window, so you need to make sure that all Windows variable will be same. Like we are using Windows 6 to perform operation on the same, like then same you need to use here, Windows 6. And you put the location, so you must use the same window name here. Okay, in real-time application means if you are using SAP application or Salesforce application or any web application, if you are switching window name or you are jumping onto different window, you should make sure that those window name will be same, or you must put those same.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why we are using window variable, or we can directly, we can put with the proper window name like this. We can refresh that and we can select that window name properly. Right now you can see we refresh this window and we are trying to search Word file. Okay, it was previously selected. Okay, that's why it's showing. But right now in local application, you are not able to see the Word. Okay, because this Word file is not opened yet. Okay, now just for an example, I'm opening a Chrome. Okay, and I'm searching like, or I'm opening, no, it's already open, or I'm opening Power BI application here. Okay, okay, so Power BI, it's not part of our application. Okay, so I'm opening this file, still opening, untitled notepad. Oh, sorry, untitled, yeah. Okay, okay, so this Power BI, we are trying to perform any operation or perform keystroke or any window operation, but this feature or this window name is not part of this our list or our application list. So what we can do, if any application is not visible or window name is not visible here, you may need to refresh these windows. Okay, so once you refresh, you will get that window name here like a Power BI dashboard. Okay guys, so if any window name is not available, then you may need to refresh windows. Okay, but to select the windows or perform the operation, that application must be open or visible on your system to fetch the window name. Okay, if that file is not open or application is not open, you are not able to get that or fetch the window name. Okay, your application should understand or identify the window name while capturing the values. Okay, so you need to make sure the window is open, then you need to refresh that and you need to select the window name, then it will work on that automation. It will work as per our expectation. Okay, any confusion? Vineet, Partha, guys, do you have any question?
No, sir.
Vineet, and something wrong happened. I think Partha's mic is not working because number of time I saw that he's speaking something. But so Mohan or Vineet, are you guys able to hear Partha?
Yes, Anand. I'm audible now.
Yeah, Vineet, you are audible. I'm talking about the Partha sir.
We are facing some disturbance. Yes, Anand, I got it, but tomorrow again I will go through this today night recordings
Okay,
and I will get back to you if I have
okay,
issues.
okay. So whatever the question you have, you can ask me anytime. Even you can put message separately on on a WhatsApp, and I can help you. And these all are the important part, and I'm explaining in a very detail. Okay,
Yes.
so these are the real time challenges you will face in the future. So that's why my focus is to clear each and everything. Okay, even the delay command is one of the easiest command, but still I'm spending more time on that. The reason is that whenever you are face real time challenges, so you need to think about the delay. Okay, sometime what happened, you thought that it may be a different or complicated challenges, but even small delay will impact on your logic. Okay, so automation is not only about the performing the operation, but it's all about how your application react uh, with the different conditions, like if your application performing slow or it's performing fast. So in that situation, whatever the operation you are performing, like a keystroke, whatever event you are performing, it should match with your application performance. Okay, there are other feature which we can use to handle that, but like we can put a if condition, if this window is open, if the text box is visible, if the button is visible, that kind of condition we can put. But if those conditions are not working properly, or right now as per our syllabus we are not covering right now, so how we can handle those things based on our delay conditions or delay sequence or timeline. So we need to make sure that our application performance will be in the good space, and we should match our coding or our logic with that. Okay, so whenever you are using keystroke or other feature, so you need to add a proper delay. Okay, there are few application where you cannot use standard recorder. Okay, so here one of the important feature or important command, so which I'm trying to cover whenever all member, like each and every one our team will be available, so then I need to explain recorder command. Okay, this recorder command is mostly used command and most important command of our automation. Okay, so you can see this recorder command is used to capture UI element on the screen. So it may be a desktop application, it may be a web application. Okay, so that time we use a recorder command to identify the object and to perform the operation. So this is the most stable command, or stable you can say command, stable command of automation anywhere to identify object and perform the operation. Okay, so while automating any kind of application, we use this recorder operation, and we can put a multiple condition with this recorder command. Okay, but we may need to spend more than 1.5 hour or 2 hour, or sometime more than 2 hour. So that's why I'm thinking that each and every one should be part of that session when we will use this recorder command, or we will learn this recorder command. Okay, so today we learn about those window data type, variable, then application. So as I explain about this you know uh, window applications or WinWord exe. So whatever the exe file or application installed on our system, we can open this with the we can open that application with the this open program file. Okay, even we can shut down or restart our system with the open program file. Okay, so just for an example, I want to shut down my system. Okay, so what kind of operation I can perform? So I just want to hear from you guys, like, are you aware about that? What are the methods to shut down or restart our system? So Vineet, I think Vineet, are you working in in as an administrator, or anyone has any information about networking kind of commands or something. So what are the operation or what are the method to shut down our system? Are you guys aware about that? How exactly we can turn off our system? So how exactly you do that manually? So I'm asking about manually, okay? I'm not asking about automation feature, but how you can do that manually. Vineet Mohan.
Clicking that Windows and simply restarting manually.
Okay, so you can use Windows. You can click here, power,
Power.
and you can restart or shut down. Okay, so this is one method. Okay, so like click click on the
Windows.
Windows. Okay, and
Power button. Click on the power.
power button. Okay, and restart or shut down. Okay, this is one method. Any other method, Vineet? Okay, I think we have one more option. I think Alt F4 or something like that. So we can control Alt F4. We can use a shortcut key. That one more method. Okay. Then we have one other feature. Okay. If we do not have UI, UI method or UI feature. So what was the oldest method which we used to perform any operation on Windows system?
I remember Alt F4 you can use it.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Alt F4 we can, but it's a UI
Yes, sir.
automation or it's a keystroke option. Okay,
Okay.
before operating like oldest operating system. Okay, though right now we have this UI icon or UI feature, but before UI feature, Windows or Mac they were using a separate method to perform any kind of operation. Even if you want to copy or paste, right now you are clicking on the icon, you are copying that and then pasting that. Okay, but before that there was not this kind of UI feature. Okay, so that time people were using command prompt, correct? Previously it was known as DOS command or DOS operating system. Okay, so UI was UI like they identify later, but before that all operating system was working on the command prompt. Okay, even I shown that we have that command or CMD application in system 32. Okay, so we can open this application and we can enter values in command prompt. Okay, so like I want to shut down or I want to copy files or whatever operation I want to perform in command prompt, I can do that. Okay, with the help of command prompt or with the help of this application file. Okay, so let me explain. I'm searching that command. I want to restart system in command prompt, Windows 11. So it will show me the different method to restart the system with the command line operation. Okay, if I want to use command to reboot Windows computer, so I can use a shutdown R. Okay, reboot means restart, and for that I'm using R. Okay, now you can see I can put a shutdown R and with the timeout second. And I have other options like shutdown yes. So S means proper shutdown and R means restart. T means it's a time to time to restart. Like if I'm putting 60 seconds, so once that application is operation is performed, my system will restart after 60 seconds. So it's just like a sleep timer which we use in a TV, in a television or any system where we put a sleep after 60 minutes or 20 minutes. So it will go in a sleep mode. So like this time slash time will work here. Okay. So how we can perform? So I can copy this and I will explain like we have this command here. So I'm just showing or explaining you here, but I'm not using if I'm using the shutdown or restart. So our session will end directly. So I just want to explain how we can use. So you can try this method at your end and okay. So what I will do, I will copy this path because our command prompt is a part of this application. Okay. And parameters. You can see that parameter features. So you can perform this parameter operation here. Okay. Parameters means we are putting the delay. So I'm copying this and I'm pasting this value here. Okay. Sorry. I think it's not copied properly. I'm copying here and pasting here. Okay. So after time, I will put 60. Okay. And it will open the command prompt. It will perform the shutdown, restart time after 60 seconds. If you are putting 0, it will shut down at the same time or it will restart at the same time. Okay. So you can put a 30-second, you can put a 60-second.
Okay, there we can only enter only seconds, huh?
Yes, you can in a second. Like if you want to use a 120, 320, whatever, you can put like that. But it's a in a second. Okay. So it's a part of command prompt. Okay. So if you want to check this feature, even you can use this system R. Okay. As you can see, we are opening that command prompt application here. So you can perform this command here directly. Okay. And if you are trying with the 30-second or 60-second, and if you are clicking enter button, your system will shut down after 60 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
So this is now whatever the operation we can perform in command prompt, we can do here with the help of automation anywhere like this. Okay. And just for your information that each and every operation we can do with the help of command prompt, because command prompt is the one of the oldest application supported by Windows operating system. Okay. When this application started, like around whenever this Windows operating system developed by Microsoft, so they started with the DOS operating system. Okay. And that DOS operating system means that time there was a black screen like this command prompt. There were not this kind of UI, web browser or any buttons or any kind of system. Okay.
Okay. Can we try any like a pip install request or anything? Already, if you have anything.
sorry, I'm not. Yeah, we can do that. So else we have other options like but it will not return any value. It won't return any value here with that, no. So that will be a problem.
Okay, but if you are running that one means that application will be opened and it will not be closed, right? We can see that in that command prompt itself. We can see right after execution, or it will close
No,
automatically.
it will just open for 1 second and it will close. In the same at the same time.
Okay.
Okay. So there are lots of operation we can perform like sometime we perform like Windows close operation. Window close operation. Window close operation means we have like I have opened any ERP application or any desktop application. So just for an example, um, like Word file. Okay. So this is one of the application, but we do not have any option to close this window with the right now with the just for a recorder recorder method or shortcut key it's not working or this application is hang. So in that situation we can go for the command prompt method and we can put the current window or all the window close forcefully. Okay. So we can find a method or options to close windows like all window using.
Or we can search for only Notepad. Sorry, Word.
We can search for that. We have multiple options like if correct right now.
It will close everything.
Yes, we can close everything. We can close only Word like you can see that we can close application with the help of uh, their naming convention like or you can say in processes we have different information like okay. So these are the name standard name used by this. Now you can see winword.exe. Okay. These are the real name of that application. Okay. So like if you want to search command prompt, like now CMD is not there directly. Okay. But you can see cmd.exe. Okay. You can find a real name of if you want to close the any file. Okay. So you can use this name like the location of that file. So what I will do, I will close all this folder. So okay, and I want to show you that CMD. Okay. Okay. So we try to identify system 32 file location. Okay. But that time I was unable to show you or shortcut method. Now you can see, you can click here in the detail. You have this application open cmd.exe command prompt. So what you can do, you can click here and open file location. So it will jump on the that application location directly. Okay. So any application location or path you can directly open to copy the path of that file. Like you can put that cmd.exe and you will use this path in your this path here. You can copy and paste here. Now if you want to now this is I close this application. Now I'm trying to search WinWord, but it's not visible because I closed that application manually. Okay. Now I want to search that. So first of all, what I will do, I will open that application. Okay. Now as soon as open that, now you can see this application visible here. Okay, winword.exe. So I want to get the path. Now I will click here, open file location. You will jump here. You can copy the path from here by putting winword, or you can copy as the path, but you need to make sure that you are removing those double quote. Yes. So you need to make sure that you are removing those quotes here. whatever operation you can perform using command prompt, you can do that with the help of one program file. So why I'm suggesting, like, why we can do that, most of the time whenever we automate any desktop application uh like command prompt word are the desktop application. Okay. If you are not able to open a Chrome directly or any website or any application on your system, but desktop application. So most of the old application, legacy application, when I say old application or legacy application, are the old generation operation which are the developed in the VB or VB.NET, and they are UI automation like a form, Windows form, or Java form, or that kind of application which are only visible to your screen. Okay, it's not a web application or any cloud application. So just for an example, you are using SAP. uh, any one of you automated or saw that SAP application? Let me show that the application. Yes, I think I need to skip you. Okay, so these are type of application, the desktop application. Okay, SAP Easy Access. Now you can see these are those kind of window where you need to click on that, or these are the desktop applications. So these applications are not in a web browser, web application. So there is one exe file installed on your system, and if you want to open this SAP application, so first of all you must use this kind of open program file with the application path like sap logon.exe or sap.exe. So you need to open that application using open program file, and then you can perform the next operation like a keystroke, or you can use the recorder function or any other method. But whenever you are using desktop application, you can use this one of the method to open the application. This is the most suitable method to open that application with their path or executable file. Okay, guys, understood? Okay, so you need to try all these method, and tomorrow maybe before our session, you can try that shutdown restart method manually. So before testing any command in automation anywhere, first of all you need to make sure this will work in command prompt directly. So how you can try manually? You need to enter that command and you need to test here. So if it's working here, then you can copy that logic into your copy those command into your logic. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe tomorrow we'll discuss about this. So let's so I think we need to schedule call 10 a.m. or 4 a.m.
Tomorrow I'm okay with it.
Are you okay with the 10 a.m.? Vineet, Parth?
Yeah, yes, Anand. 10 a.m. I'm okay.
Correct. So what we need to do? We need to fix one time, like maybe morning or evening. The reason behind that, because we can use the remaining time to do our personal task. At the end, what we are doing, we are scheduling call during weekend. Okay, so if we are scheduling in the midday, like 12 or 2, so we cannot use our remaining time to do other things. Okay, so maybe morning or evening, I think we need to prefer any slot where we can use our remaining day to do our personal things. Okay. But anyway, at the end, we need to think all those things properly, and then we can plan accordingly. Okay. So tomorrow we'll connect at 10 a.m. and make sure that you will test all those today's scenario. So we will cover all those things. Okay. Even there is one important point we have not discussed yet, and that is in recorder we have two options. We saw that two method. One is universal method, and another is the AI sense method. So I want to explain that AI sense method, but we need other team member to explain this AI sense. It's one of the good feature or important feature whenever our normal commands or recorder, so that's not working, then we use AI sense. Okay, and AI sense record, we need to cover this feature in detail. The reason is that most of the time in interview, or we can say when you are completing your certification, so there will be a multiple question on the AI sense. Okay, so I will explain AI sense in detail, but maybe I think I will prefer to discuss on the recorder, that recorder command, and then I will discuss about the AI sense. Okay, so AI sense is still remaining, and we will cover this in our next sessions.
Okay.
Do you have any question, guys?
Just one thing I need to understand. So that
Mhm.
notepad we are opening, that system notepad we opened, and we entered that name and location, everything, and control is did right. We performed
No,
the control.
I have not performed. So I think I forgot to show you. But whenever you are using Control S, you just need to make sure you are using delay. Okay, the proper delay. Like, let me, what I can do here. Uh,
Okay, that name, what will be that word file name it will be stored. That
so
file
it
name.
will be saved. It will be saved with the same name, or it will display the save as window.
Okay, there we have to enter that. We have to.
Correct. Now you can let me show you what will happen if you are opening Notepad. Okay, so I'm showing what will happen manually. Okay,
Okay.
so I'll put my name Swanand, and I'm putting location, and I'm using Control S.
Yeah.
What's happening? Opening a save as window.
Okay.
So
It will bot will. This is the last step. It will show the screen.
yes. So whatever the operation are happening manually, it will happen with the bot. Okay, that's the
Okay.
basic thing of automation. It's it's repeating those things which we are doing manually. Okay, it's mimicking the human actions. Okay, so whatever the options, whatever the methods we are getting manually, bot will get the same. Okay, whatever the operation we perform, like a click events, enter the text, enter the name, click on open the folder, same operation you need to perform using the bot. So you are writing logic to do those things with the help of automation. Whatever the you do manually, you are trying to convert that operation with the help of automation. Okay. So if you are using Control S to save that, first of all, it will open save as. Now it opens the save as, and now you can see your cursor at the file name. So you can put your file name like a file one. So you can add 1 second delay, and you can put the file one, and you can use the enter key. Now it save as a file one.
Okay. If you are using that system specific system notepad or Word, then it will show that pop up that file name, which name we have to give. It will stuck there. But if you are using that specific location, specific file inside input folder or output specific folder, that word or file, the text file, then if you are using that keystroke, then directly it will store.
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yes, yes. If file is already saved on your system or created on your system, so it won't open that. Okay. Just like if this file is already saved. Okay. Right now we save this file, and I'm using a Control S. Okay.
Okay.
It will perform Control S. okay, it won't open that file save. Okay. But
Okay.
if I want to change the file name or location, so what I can do, I can different keystroke. So just for an example, maybe there are another method, maybe F12 or shortcut key we need to find out, which we can use to perform the save as. Okay. File. Now you can see for the save as what is showing, Control Shift S. Now what I'm doing, Control Shift.
Yes. Keystroke.
Okay. Now what I'm doing, File 2 and save. Now you can see the file name change into the file 2.
The same we have to implement in automation.
Yes. So same manual step you need to convert with the automation. So automation is means what, we need to perform the same step with the help of keystroke or recorder command. So automation means we are converting manual step into the automation. So whatever the step you are performing or whatever the window are getting, you perform those operation manually, and with the help of automation you need to write logic for the same step. Okay. So this is the basic thing of any automation. So just for an example, I will explain. Whenever we are getting any requirement from the customer, so what we do, they explain the process. Okay. So just like any finance process, like invoice automation, or so they explain their manual process, how exactly they do. Okay. So we record that session. Then we first of all understand that manual operation. Then we try that manual operation at our end. Like we request them for credentials. Then we open that application manually. Then manually we enter the username and password. Then we log in into that, and whatever the steps we need to perform in that process. So first of all, we do all those things manually. We understand the manual operation, and then we implement this automation, because we are converting manual operation into the automation. Okay. So each and every window or objects like a button or text box or calendar control, whatever controller, whatever the operation you are, you're performing operation on those control, you need to make sure that you are putting the logic for all those operations. Okay, guys, clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
it for today's session. We'll connect tomorrow morning 10 a.m.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.